Hi guys, welcome back to podcast. So for today's video, I will be reviewing this model. So what I got here is the Tarmac Works in collaboration with IXO models, and the model itself is Ferrari for a GTE in the 24 Hour of Le Mans 2019 as the winner of the GTE Pro. And yeah, this is the car which we are going to talk about a bit later. But for now, I will talk about the packaging first. So as usual, just like other Tarmac Works race car model, the packaging itself, it's pretty catchy, it's pretty interesting, and as you can see on the back right here, I got the Porsche 935 K3, which I will do a review later on, and it also got an interesting livery. I mean the artwork of the packaging, and this Ferrari is also having the similar interesting kind of like packaging style, starting from the outer packaging. As you can see right here, we got the most of the packaging was painted in red, just like the colors of Ferrari. And then you could see the stripings right here, kind of like resembles the actual livery with stripings on the real car, on the car itself. And then at the front, we could see the collaboration of the Tarmac Works and the IXO models, also with the name which I've already mentioned earlier. And then also obviously the Ferrari logo, because Tarmac Works have license for this Ferrari. Yeah, that is the license. I think they kind of like using IXO in collaboration to get the Ferrari license. Yeah, anyway, moving on to the back, there is nothing to see on the back except for this color scheme that was kind of like suited the color scheme of the model car or the race car. And then on the bottom, again, there is the Ferrari license sticker, and also the brand itself, the IXO models and Tarmac Works, manufacturer, blah 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 blah. This is the model name again, and also this has the driver's name also with the Collado, Pierre Guidi, and Serra. And yeah, that is pretty much about it about the packaging. And now I think we are going to take a closer look on the model and see the details. Before we get into the model car itself, I would like to show you the card that comes in the packaging itself, because I think some of the Tarmac Works model have this limited edition cards, including this one, the Ferrari. And it says that my model car here, my sample is number 5015, which is pretty much production number. It's not really limited, because this is just the regular releases from Tarmac Works, and this is what the card looks like. It's pretty interesting to collect. Yeah, so this is the card, and now we are going to take a closer look on the model, starting off from the base itself. So as you can see right here, I am going to talk about the base first. And as I said earlier, the majority of Tarmac Works model have a very interesting base, and this is no exception, because as you can see at the front, we got the collaboration brand of IXO models and Tarmac, and also the model name, the Ferrari for a GTE 24 Hour of Le Mans 2019 winner of GTE Pro. But the most interesting part is this one, because if you could see the base itself, it kind of have the similar stripings and the color scheme of the race car, and it looks so good when you want to display the model, because it's not just a plain black base. It's not boring. Like, you can see that it's very catchy if you look at it at an angle, you know what I mean. Like, yeah, this is very nice from Tarmac Works. And then we are going to move on with the model itself right now. So wait, again, sorry, my camera. Right, yep, so this is what the model looks like. And starting from the front, again, we could see the standard plastic headlights, which are done nicely from Tarmac Works. And also there is a lot of sponsors, obviously, because this is a race car. and you could see it for yourself. I'm not going to mention one by one about the sponsor, but one thing I could note here is that um, just like the other Tarmac Works model, the striping or the livery of Tarmac Works, mostly the race car, it, that was done using a decals instead of the tampo printed, just like some other brands. And as you can see right here, this is kind of like looks like a decal printed. As you can see right there, the surface is kind of like a bit thicker on the striping because this is a decal. Again, wait, let me double check. I think this one is a tampo printed. I'm sorry. My apologies. My apology. I think this is a tampo printed instead of the decals, because previously I owned several Tarmac Works and some of them have the decals instead of the tampo, but I think this one, it looks more like a tampo instead of decal. Wait, is this decals or tampo? It looks like decals because you can see when I push right here on the gap, it kind of like have a, you see that? I think this is a decal, and yeah, I break it. Well, yeah, I broke the model. Yeah, this is obviously a decal. I'm sorry again, guys. So this is obviously a decal, so you can see right here, the decals is not properly flushed into the surface of the model, and I've already broke this part right here. So yeah, that is unfortunate for me. Oh shit, man. Okay, well, let's move on. So as you can see right here, the details are very nicely done by Tarmac Works, a lot of sponsor, and they were all printed very sharp, including the number of the car, the 51. And then moving on to the side, the proportion of the model itself is very nice, and I really like this Ferrari 48. Yeah, the wheels itself is also done nicely. As you can see, the tire lettering, the Michelin, it's very detailed, and then the wheels itself are okay. It's not really like very sharp, but it still shows the details of the model. And then you could see again the sponsor right here, the number 51, the shell, blah 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 blah. You could see it for yourself. And then on the rear wheels, it also have a different, I think you could say different offset, because the one at the front is, the wheels looks like very flat, meanwhile for the back it kind of have like this deep dish kind of thing. You know what I mean, right? So yeah, and then moving on to the back, again we got another plastic taillights right here, which is pretty cool. And then another sponsors, and obviously this a decal just like the front one, which I broke a couple minutes ago. And yeah, this is, and also you could see the tiny exhaust pipes right here, and also the tow hook, which is really detailed considering this is a 64 scale. You can see that the tow hook. And what else? The wings itself is pretty straightforward. It's just a solid plain black plastics. And now let's move on to the engine details, which are not quite detailed. Also, it's just a plain black plastic with some silver details on it. Like you can see that there is the silver details on the roll cage and some other parts which I don't really know about. Maybe it's the radiator, I don't know. And yeah, oh, by the way, if you look at the roof right here, this car first they kind of like plan to kind of like paying a tribute to the race car, because the 2019, as you can see right here, the 1949 and 2019, this is the 2019 is this kind of like the 70th anniversary of the Ferrari in a race car, or maybe you could say Ferrari first win. And if I'm not mistaken, it was the Ferrari 166M which won the first race with the Ferrari in 1949. And then 70 years later, in 2019, Ferrari claimed the victory back with this car. And I don't know, it kind of coincidentally going at the same year, because they were not planning to win, obviously, because they were just racing. But at the end, they won the race, and it kind of like also celebrate the 70 years of the first one for Ferrari. So this car is also kind of special for the Ferrari itself. It also bring the victory back to the prancing horse. So yeah, this is one of the special cars for Ferrari. And also, I forgot to mention the details right here. So we got the antenna right here, maybe for the communication of the drivers, but it's not placed right in the center of the model. It's placed near the right pillar of the roofline, which is very interesting placement. So yeah, what else should I talk about? Maybe some other details on the interior, like this one, and maybe on the dashboard. And let's see if I could see another. Oh, this one is very interesting, the details of the OMP logo for the bucket seat. That is pretty detailed. And yeah, I think that's about it for this video. So this is the Tarmac Works Ferrari 488 GTE, the 24 Hour of Le Mans 2019 winner of the LM GTE Pro. And this is a very nice model, and obviously this is the winner's car, the number 51. And Tarmac Works also makes the sister car number 71, which unfortunately did not finish the race. But yeah, it is nice for you to have the pairs instead of having just the winner itself. But yeah, again, this is a very nice model from Tarmac Works, and I am really looking forward to it for another livery for the Ferrari 488 GTE by Tarmac Works in the future. So yeah, I think that's about it for this video, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.